Welcome back to my channel where we discuss hidden knowledge when it comes to women's holistic health. Just to put a disclaimer out there, everything is for entertainment purposes only. And today's we are going to be discussing how your belief system causes fibroids, PCOS, infertility issues, reproductive disorders. So I'm going to start by saying that fibroids and reproductive disorders is a state of consciousness. And I got this from Dr. Jewel Pookrum, and she is a metaphysician, but she used to be a doctor or a OBGYN. I feel like not enough people know this information, so it's just important for me to get the information out and just elaborate on some of the things that she spoke on. Now, I just first want to start off by your womb is so much more than just a place where you carry babies. It's so much more than a uterus, but it is a spiritual gateway, right? It is a portal. So your babies coming from different dimensions, we're multidimensional beings. Your belief system, it shapes your reality. So the thoughts that you think, it literally changes your blood composition. So either your thoughts can heal you or they can kill you. And I know that you guys or ladies, you've heard of the placebo experiment where they were giving people pills or something like that, and it didn't have any medicinal properties or anything, but because of the people thinking with their mind, thinking that these pills were going to heal them, they were actually able to heal themselves because of their faith, because of their mindset. So literally, it's almost as if your thoughts can heal your fibroids, your PCOS, anything that is going on in your body. Your thoughts can literally heal your sickness because everything first starts in the spiritual realm and then it manifests into the 3D physical realm, right? And so everything starts with the thought first. And so fibroids can't exist when you are on a certain frequency or when your subconscious mind is running off a certain type of programming. For example, when you switch your diet from like a meat eating diet to a more vegan or alkaline diet, disease and disharmony can't exist in the body once your blood is alkaline. You won't be able to have fibroids and PCOS and things like that. And that's the same thing with your mindset, right? You can't have certain diseases if you are on a certain state of consciousness or vibrating at a certain frequency. Sorry, my little baby woke up. But once you change your thoughts, you change your mindset, you change your body, you change the way you move, you change the people around, you change the way you eat, right? But everything starts in the mind. And just like when it comes to having a baby, you just don't conceive a baby. Everything starts in the mind. And sometimes our subconscious mind is running on a certain type of programming. And this programming has been in our family for generations, right? And certain lower frequencies or vibration like fear, anxiety, and things like that is running on the subconscious program without you even realizing. Okay, I put her down in her chair. But there is scientific evidence that supports that your emotions, your thoughts, and stress impacts the body on a cellular level. So I wrote some notes down a little bit, but it says positive thoughts. And this is, it equals oxytocin, which is the love hormone, serotonin, endorphins, and endorphins, it makes you feel good, right? And so these things improve blood flow. They bring more oxygen to the body. They bring a balance of nutrients, and it creates a positive internal environment, right? So inside of the body. Then you have like negative thoughts like fear, anxiety, chronic stress, and that equals like cortisol and adrenaline. And that actually supports high blood pressure, damaged blood vessels, nerves and organs. It suppresses the immune system. It leads to changes in the white blood cell activity. It increases inflammation, right? And so this is proof that how our thoughts literally will cause internal peace within the body, or it can cause chaos in the body. So when your subconscious mind, which is a programming, right? Okay, so let me dive deep into the subconscious mind for a little bit. Okay, so Our subconscious mind is developed between the ages of as a baby to 7 years old, and this is how we observe things. So the way that our parents taught us, the way that our parents act towards us, the way that they act in their environment or towards other people, we observe all of that, and then we internalize that, we take that in, and then we begin to act that out. And that is the subconscious programming, right? So for example, if you have an unhealed parent and you're living with them from the ages of as a baby to the age of 7, or however long that you live with your parent, if your parent is unhealed, then you're going to start learning unhealed behavior. You're going to start being a reflection of that parent. And then I know that a lot of people say, like, I don't want to be like my parent. But on a conscious level, you don't want to be like them. But subconsciously, you're running on a programming because from the age of 0 to 7, this is what you've observed from your parent. Now, when you have a healed parent, right? And maybe they didn't go through no childhood trauma or anything like that. Then you learn things that are different, that creates a more positive environment, right? You're not living in survival mode. You're not in a state of fear all the time, right? So then that's how when you get older, you see that some women, right? I know I'm probably jumping around, but some women tend to keep attracting the same type of man, even though consciously they don't want to do that. Maybe on a subconscious level, they keep attracting a man that is similar to how their father was, right? And that's a subconscious programming. And that's actually generational curses moving through the bloodline until someone starts to heal that trauma. And that's why it's so important to heal your trauma before you have children, so that those wounds that you are carrying from generations that, you know, before you, your kids don't have to go through those same things that you were trying to break. I read a book called The Biology of Belief, but he also has all these other different interviews on YouTube and things like that, and he does a good job of discussing the difference between the conscious mind and the subconscious mind, and it just gives you a deeper understanding of it. So I'm just going to explain it in my way. I know he have his way of explaining it, but it's just similar to his way. So say, for example, like you have a train, your subconscious mind, your conscious mind is a train, right? And usually on trains, you have a conductor or someone who is in the front that is directing where you should go, right? But then when it comes to the subconscious mind, say that you have a train in the subconscious mind, but there is no one down there to conduct or direct the direction that you're trying to go. So on a conscious mind, on the conscious level, like you have a director where it's like, okay, I want to go this path, I want to go that path. But in the subconscious mind, you're just going on autopilot. It is just autopilot, and it's no one down there directing it. And when you look out the window, those are all the things that you are observing when you ride past in the train. You're looking at this, you're looking at that, you're seeing this and you're seeing that, but you really don't really have a say-so in it because this is what you're observing, right? And then in your conscious mind, you begin to act it out. Sorry, I had to change locations, but once you change your subconscious programming, then you change your life, because your subconscious program is running on autopilot, right? So once you start to do the healing work, once you start to be more conscious of the patterns that you keep repeating over and over again, then that's how we change our subconscious programming, right? It's not enough just to say I am affirmations, but you have to put the action behind it. And that's why they say faith without works is dead. Your thoughts are so powerful that they literally influence your heart rate, the rhythm, which affects the oxygen and the nutrients that's delivered throughout your entire body, right? And on a cellular level, calm, positive, peaceful thoughts promotes a steady heart rate, and then it improves the oxygen and nutrient distribution in the body, as we talked about before. So it is so important that your state of consciousness aligns with the life that you really want to live. And once you start operating on that frequency and that vibration, then you will begin to heal with your thoughts. Then you have epigenetics, and epigenetics plays a factor in just the generations before us, right? So if we have parents or grandparents or great-great-grandparents who thought on a certain frequency, right, remained in a state of fear, anxiety, then that passes on through the bloodline, and that actually changes the gene expressions. So your thoughts literally speaks to your cells, and positive thoughts, they're going to, as I wrote down right here, they enhance the expression of the genes responsible for repairing DNA and producing antioxidants, right? And then you have the negative thoughts that activate stress-related hormones and genes that causes cellular damage. And this is where fibroids thrive. This is where PCOS, infertility, different type of endometriosis, different type of reproductive disorder, they feed on this state of consciousness. Your subconscious mind is literally the womb to your reality, right? So when you are in a state of stress, it is hard for your liver to detoxify the waste, and so the waste continues to build up in the body. And that's why they say when you have a lot of anger, right, it gets stored in the liver. And this is one of the causes to fibroids: unexpressed emotions, anger, unresolved issues that you may have went through in your life experiences, or the people before you, the generations before you. And that's why it's so important to heal. And that's why I say this is a state of consciousness. Yes, it's okay to eat different and change your food habits, but once you eat different and you heal what you need to heal, you're going to go back to what you are used to, because that is that subconscious programming. So what use is it to eat good for a little while and then revert back to how you used to eat and how you used to be? But when you change your subconscious programming, you don't revert back to your old ways. You don't revert back to a state of consciousness that has kept you stuck, that has kept you suppressed, that has kept disharmony and dis-ease in the body. And so that's all I have for you today. This also goes for hormonal imbalances. It always starts off in the mind first. It's always a spiritual warfare first before it trickles down to the physical. So I would say that it's important to change that subconscious programming, right? And this is not something that you do once a week. This is something that you have to do every single day until you see that your life improves, until that you are vibrating on a certain wave, on a certain frequency. All right, and so stay tuned for the next video. We are going to dive deeper into the spiritual aspects of fibroids, PCOS, and things like that. We're going to speak on the foods that will help to detoxify the body and to help to heal your body faster, right? So it's one thing for you to think to heal your body, but it also is great to change your diet, to go outside, to get some sun, that vitamin D, to meditate, to do things that keeps you vibrating on a certain wave and keeping yourself balanced.